B-Marsh Boxing was good. He boxing heads and fight fans around the world. Canelo Alvarez, he ain't keeping up on Mexican tradition. Shit, even Floyd Mayweather was a black dude who followed and respected Mexican tradition. You ain't never see Floyd fall back from a Cinco de Mayo or Mexican Independence Day weekend. But Floyd was never under really a protection program like the man Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean? So Canelo is, inconsistencies and bad habits will follow you in all assets, facets of your life. You know what I mean? You wake up in the morning, you're supposed to do road work or you're supposed to go out and do a little workout. You're supposed to do that 4 or 5 times a day, for example. But 3 times out of the week, maybe four, you be partying the night before, getting bent. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with some broads, sipping Hennessy, um, smoking weed. And then after that, before you go home, you go to McDonald's, you get you a big fucking Big Mac, supersized fries. You're supposed to be keeping in shape. Them inconsistencies from doing what you're not supposed to do as far as the night before. I'm not saying you ain't supposed to party or, you know, enjoy the company of women and, you know, you could drink what you want. You check it, but the goal is to wake up in the morning the next day at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and do your road work, get your workout in, and stay in shape. But the inconsistencies start from the night before when you weren't preparing for the next morning. And that's basically how I see this man Canoli. You know what I mean? Canoli fucking up Mexican tradition. He ain't even fighting on Cinco de Mayo. What the fuck is he a Mexican superstar for then, man? You know what I mean? So Golden Boy have announced and made a decision to postpone the Mexican Superstars September 14th date on DAZN. I'm sure DAZN ain't feeling that. Don't be surprised, ladies and gents. Please do not be surprised if somehow, some way, Golden Boy and Canelo they renege on that DAZN deal and they probably part ways. They both go their separate ways because it hasn't even been a year. And DAZN, hit that thumbs up when you come in the room, fellas. It hasn't even been a year since Canelo has signed with DAZN, and they're already having issues. Why should they be having issues after they paid this guy $365 million? You know what I mean? So Canelo and Golden Boy want to maximize his fights. You know what I'm saying? And by quote unquote facing the best. You know what I'm saying? The Kovalev fight fell through. You know what I mean? So what? If Kovalev was ready, would they have made that fight happen on September 14th? I highly doubt it because there's other fighters out there. Kovalev ain't the only fighter in the world of boxing that Canelo can fight. Kovalev got a fight coming up August 24th versus mandatory Anthony Yarde, so that fight is out. It doesn't mean that it can't happen though. You know what I mean? August 24th, maybe Canelo might come back in December like he did last year when he fought Bill Wellington, aka Rocky Feldman. Wagwan, one of them ones with the deal, son. Um, yeah, so for sure that fight could happen. But what about guys like Demetrius Andrade? He's available. He called you out. He said, "Where your cojones at?" How about Callum Smith? He fought on the same card, I believe. Was it? Or was it Anthony Joshua's? No, he fought on Anthony Joshua's on June 1st. He's well ready for September 1st. You can fight Rocky Feldman for that WBA regular belt. Why not fight the Ring Magazine then WBA super champion at super middleweight? He's available. Billy Joe Saunders. Pay him right. He'll come out. He'll come out of hiding. That's a good fight. Difficult style for Canelo, southpaw slick boxer. But why not? Also, what about Sergey Devrchenko? Is IBF mandatory? What about him? So Canelo go fuck up Mexican tradition because he don't want to fight these guys? I'm not even Mexican, man, but I do observe tradition. You know what I mean? Since Julio Cesar Chavez had these Mexican Independence Day and Cinco de Mayo dates. So did Oscar De La Hoya. Then Floyd Mayweather snatched it from him. and he held it down. And he even made it more popular than any Mexican fighter has ever done. Real talk. You know what I mean? So Canelo 52 and 1, two draws and 35 KOs. He's fucking up Mexican tradition, man. And he's deviating from his practice that Mexicans, superstars, that's their date. You know what I mean? I'm gonna read you some quotes from Canelo's statement about the postponement of this Mexican Independence Day. Quote, as a Mexican, it's a responsibility and an honor to represent my country in both May and September. Those are my dates. However, as a world champion in multiple weight classes, I also have the responsibility of delivering the most exciting and competitive fights possible. That's why Golden Boy and my team have decided to postpone the date in order to do right by the fans by promoting the best fight possible and with the best opponent possible. End quote. And I say BS. Apparently, also Canelo has knee problems. So that's also an excuse they making to try and prolong um, and make him fight later on in the year. You know what I mean? But Golden Boy, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, they're already partners with the WBC of making this guy Canelo a franchise champion. You know what I mean? Anthony Yarde is going to get the Kovalev fight. So look, I don't even believe now that the Canelo and them even wanted to face Kovalev. So he has a bad knee, so he's going to fight him on September 14th. But apparently, since the man Kovalev got a fight on August 24th, now all of a sudden my knee's not able to work. Come on, man. I'm not buying through none of this clenbuterol lying ass team that they call Team Canelo, man. That's what I'm not going to do. You know what I mean? He don't want to fight Triple G in the trilogy. You know what I'm saying? So what's there for him to do? He's fucking up Mexican tradition. And like I said, these inconsistencies dating back to catchweight fights, dating back to taking clenbuterol, dating back to gift decisions, going back to now he's fucking up the Mexican Independence Day weekend. So who's gonna fight on that day? Triple G? Who's Triple G gonna fight? He's probably gonna fight another stiff. He ain't fighting nobody who got a pulse. Excuse me, he ain't fighting nobody with a pulse. You know what I mean? You check it. I guess Canelo's done it before. He gave Triple G a Mexican Independence, a Cinco de Mayo date when Triple G fought Vanes Rosen. You know what I mean? So he's clearly look. This could all backfire on him. Because one day he might fight Triple G again. What if he loses? Then bada boom, bada bing, just like that. Mexican Independence Day is going and Cinco de Mayo going to be Triple G's. You know what I mean? Triple G don't have much time, but he should actually be looking at this as an opportunity. He has to fight on September 14th if Canoli ain't fighting out on that day. And if he know better, he should be fighting somebody with a pulse. Put the pressure on Canoli. You only got 3 years left in the game. You know what I'm saying? Take them dates, and maybe you could become a short-lived superstar on those two particular dates. But Triple G ain't thinking outside the box. You know what I mean? He's just thinking of Canoli on that day. Man, he could take them fellas just like the man Carl Froch was more popular than Andre Ward, and Andre Ward beat the shit out of him. Yeah, that's because Andre Ward, he ain't fight guys like what's that guy's name? Lucien Brute. You know what I mean? He let Carl Froch still Lucien Brute sweep right from under him, you know what I mean? And Carl Froch became the man of the division. Yeah, the man Andre Ward was more accomplished, but Carl Froch stole his thunder and lightning. Triple G could do the same while this guy Canoli slacking and enjoying his millions of dollars down there in San Diego with Chepe Reynoso and them, the butcher, putting clenbuterol in his meat. But at the end of the day, Triple G should actually try to conquer those dates. And maybe he'll get to fight him. And if he's really ready, if he can beat him, which I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe you don't believe in it too. But as a great fighter who's supposed to have only one loss, and some people say Canoli never ever beat him, then he should try get and go get that trilogy or take them dates, either or. You know what I mean? And he should start by maybe fighting a guy like I don't know, Callum Smith, Demetrius Andrade, somebody with the belt. You know what I mean? Where he can call the shots. Because without no titles and trinkets, you can't call nothing. Ain't nobody taking you serious. You watch boxing? Leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what you think about Canoli fucking up Mexican tradition. And I'm gone. Peace.